My name is Andrea Wijaya and I am originally from Jakarta, Indonesia.
My name is Samuel Sanido, and I'm originally from Sydney, Australia.
Hi, my name is Gabriele Zafrano and I'm from Milan, Italy.
Perhaps one of the biggest obstacles that I've had to overcome going to college in a different country is definitely the measure of independence that's required of you.
I think that one of the hardships of being an international student is being forced in such a quick amount of time to adjust.
So I think that speaking about the culture has not been that big of a difference for me. I think that the culture in Europe and the culture in the US are pretty similar. So I would say that the biggest obstacle was definitely the language.
Because at home everything is taken care of for you, people do your laundry, your clothes, which I think is indicative of my privilege. But on a more, I guess, personal level, it'd be the distance between my family and
I found it hard when I was in the US first because I thought that being an international student would actually be a problem, because whenever I tried to work for companies, they would tell me, oh, you're an international student, it's hard for you to get a visa, it's hard for us to sponsor you. But after conversing with international students and seeing the difference between internationals and domestic students, I found that international students have a way of being able to relate with other people from whatever culture that they are part of, and I feel like that really sets us apart. And that really gives us an opportunity, as the world becomes more and more globalized, to be able to bridge two nations, to be able to bridge different cultures and different types of people.
for international students. For example, like I can't apply for the Fulbright scholarships, and domestic students have a lot more opportunities funded by the government, whereas international students, although we're definitely getting a better education than what's provided back at home, we're still not privileged enough to, I guess, have government funding to incentivize us to stay.
Ooh, I think my favorite thing, if I'm honest, is probably whenever I meet someone, they say, yo, you sound a little different. Or it's kind of funny, because I grew up in Australia, so for 18, 19 years of my life, I was a normal person. But as soon as I got here, people would kind of notice something different about me, and it would kind of get the girls now.
And I think that the best part is definitely the campus life. Not only because you have the chance to meet a lot of people, but also because you have the chance to develop much more skills rather than just the academic skills and just the schoolwork you have. You have the opportunity to meet people, to join organizations, to join clubs.
My favorite thing about going to college in different countries is just getting away. But with college, all I really have to do is just learn, which is pretty fun, and then I can do whatever I want, like Coachella.
In terms of diversity in the US, I think that I think it's a lot better than what I've seen in Australia. So I think that's why I think sometimes I feel even a bit more comfortable here in America than I do in Australia. I think I was a little taken aback by being different and being like an outsider per se when I first came here.
Students from the US, I think they tend to relate better with, of course, people from the US, and are not that willing to open themselves to international students, while international students are much more willing to get to know people from the US.
Hopefully I'll be able to get a job at an entertainment or production company. I'm looking to get a job maybe like Disney, that would be pretty fun. And working there for a few years and then taking that experience and knowledge back home to start my own production company.
So after graduation, I would like to start a career in the US, possibly, so that I would be able to understand the workplace in the US and compare that to the one in Europe. Hopefully I will have the opportunity also to experience something in Asia, thanks to my experience in Hong Kong, so that eventually we'll be able to truly understand what is the best place for me.
As an international student, I feel like the world is my oyster. After graduating, I don't know exactly where I'm going to be, but I plan to be either here in the US, back in Australia, possibly in China, maybe in Indonesia, Hong Kong, Singapore, you name it. Anywhere that I want to go, I feel like I could go there.